see the BM behind. He don't want to CB. He's like, he see this car, he's like, wait, let me not.
Cannot fight.
Yeah. Cannot fight. My excess, I pass away already. Welcome back to Sgcarmart Reviews, and today we have for you, it is big, it is brash, it is bold, it is the BMW XM, the M Division's first purpose-built model in decades. This video was brought to you by Sgcarmart Quotz. Quotz helps you sell your car quickly and easily. With the new Quotz doorstep, get a professional inspection by our certified mechanics at your convenience anywhere on the island. Quotz will then auction out your car online to its wide network of dealers to bid on your car. Once bidding is complete, Quotz will update you on their best offer price at no obligation. It's that easy. To find out more, log on to quotz.com.sg, that's QUOTZ.com.sg. And now, back to the review. The BMW XM, I mentioned earlier, it is the M Division's first purpose-built model since the M1 all those decades ago. Now you're wondering, what does purpose-built mean? So unlike the other M models like your M3, M4, X5M and so on, this car, it's not based on any other regular production model. It exists by itself. That is purpose-built. And the first thing that strikes you about this car, my goodness, this face. This is the face that, if I were a Sith Lord, if I were like Darth Vader, I would want to drive this car. It's imperious looking, like it's more than just intimidating, it's actually really nice. When you approach the car at night, these are LED strips. It actually lights up as if to welcome you. So apart from the grille, you've got this massive bonnet, and there are actually two power domes. You've got your air intake below, and trust me, this car needs a lot of cooling for what's lurking beneath that. Guys, the XM, it's a beast. Look at these dimensions. It's over 5.1 meters long. It's over 2 meters wide, nearly 1.8 meters tall. The wheelbase, it stretches over 3.1 meters. And the wheel wells, they are filled by these 23-inch wheels. I can already imagine when they facelift this car, 24, maybe even 25-inch wheels. Over here at the rear is actually my favorite bit about the car. It's cleaner, it doesn't look as intimidating. The headlights are sleek, and of course, what's our favorite bit? The quad exhaust, vertically stacked. Now, in terms of practicality, the XM offers 527 liters of boot space, and that's with the rear seats in place. So obviously, anti-trolley, no problem. The cabin bag with the handle extended, no problem either. The BMW XM is priced at just over $1 million. The 4.4-litre turbocharged engine produces 483 brake horsepower, and its electric motor produces 194 brake horsepower. The plug-in hybrid powertrain pumps out 644 brake horsepower and 800 Nm of torque. The 8-speed Steptronic transmission brings the car from 0 to 100 km/h in 4.3 seconds, and the car has a claimed fuel consumption of 62.5 km per litre. For more details on the BMW XM or any other car, head to sgcarmart.com to help you make the smart choice on your next car. Now I'm finally out of the heat. It's like 35 degrees outside. I'm finally inside the XM, and I must say, this back seat, it's really cushy. This much leg room, knee room, there's this much headroom as well. And you may have noticed, now what is this? It's called a sculptural headliner. There's like ambient lighting surrounding it, so you can choose from quite a number of colors, you know, to match your mood or maybe match your passenger's mood. It's a nice touch, it adds drama. The transmission tunnel is rather low, it's almost flat. You're given 2 USB-C ports so you can charge your devices, but more importantly, 4-zone climate control. So there's 2 more zones here just for the rear seat passengers to help cool down the bodies. Anyway, I'm gonna move over to the middle. And actually, it's not bad. Like, the squab is a little bit raised, but not too bad. Even on a longer trip, you know, provided you can swap around with your friends, this would actually be comfortable. In the cockpit of the XM, maybe you were expecting there's going to be like sportiness, like bucket seats. I mean, it's an M model after all. But as the range-topping SUV, as a range-topping M SUV, instead, the more accurate description is luxury. These leather surfaces, I mean, they're soft. There's a real like fine quality like feel to them. Alcantara, and then carbon fiber on this matte carbon fiber on the dash. And of course, this steering wheel, I mean, anything less than this meaty wheel, nice broad thumb rest, carbon fiber pedal shifters, and of course, the M1 and M2 buttons that let you store and instantly recall like preferred drive settings. In front of you is this gorgeous, what BMW calls the curved display. So in front here, you've got your instrument panel. It's all digital, high-res graphics, and same for the infotainment side. But the special thing, this being an M model, the special thing is, in the background, you'll notice the blue and the red, the M colors. The M stripes are here, they're present. It's a nice, not so subtle reminder that you are, after all, in an M model. And of course, the font colors, they reflect the car's M badging as well. So here's the interesting bit. This is where you tailor the car, how the car responds to how you drive. Like, what are your preferences? So it's quite straightforward actually. It takes about less than 5 minutes for you to get the hang of. So now I have the car in comfort, and I can still change around the settings in sport, but you know, I'm not a fan of that very firm ride, but I can choose the chassis to be in comfort. Now, does this $1 million XM deliver a $1 million drive? Let's go and find out. Let's go. Sport mode on. Yes, the engine's on. Let's go. So I'm behind the wheel of the XM, and the XM, as mentioned earlier, this car is a plug-in hybrid. So what does that mean again? Very quickly, there's a petrol engine, that lovely V8, and at the same time there's an electric motor. So the two of them kind of help each other out, but mostly it's for performance. So right now I'm like pottering along and the car's fairly quiet because most of the job is being done by the electric motor. So I have the car set in comfort, and so the ride is fairly refined. Like, you hear a little whir, the electric motor's rolling, that V8 slight burble in the background, but we're going to make things a bit more exciting when traffic clears up. We'll put it to sport, set the gearbox to manual, and then drop it a few gears. There we go. That's when you need power. All 644 brake horsepower, 800 Newton meters of torque, and now the engine has opened up. You hear the vocals. Yes, yes, yes. This car, too much power, but some would say that's a good thing. I'm on the CTE. It is about just after 11, but guess what? Look at this traffic. Nasty. Disgusting. Disgusting! But now I've set the XM to electric mode, so the engine's not kicking in at all. The engine will kick in if I were to put my foot down or pull on one of the pedals. Then the car is gonna sense that, okay, He wants that greedy boy. He wants more power now. He wants to burn more fuel. But now we're kind of crawling along in traffic, so I have the car in electric mode. So in electric mode, the 25 or so kilowatt hour battery, it's supplying power to the electric motor, and it's very easy to modulate. That's one of the perks of an EV, but of course this is not an EV, this is a plug-in hybrid. But the electric motor, the battery, they're powerful enough to propel the car along. In the XM, apparently I'm told this car will travel on electric power alone up to 140 kilometers an hour. Of course, if you were to do that, not only are you going to get in some serious trouble with the cops, your range is not going to be there. The all-electric range of the XM is about 88 kilometers, so just under 90 kilometers. If you had access to a charger, you could keep the battery charged such that you wouldn't have to use the V8 engine. But then wouldn't that be a shame? Shameful. You need the V8 engine. Why did you buy this car in the first place? You wanted the V8 engine, right? Is the BMW XM a will buy, won't buy, or go try? For me, it is a go try. It's a polarizing car. You need to square yourself with the fact that M Division's first purpose-built model in decades is this outrageously large, outrageously powerful SUV. Nobody needs a car this big, like in Singapore, I guess. Nobody needs a car this big. And yet, what the engineers have managed to do is, you can't deny it's impressive how they make a car this big, move like this, look like this, handle like this, sound like this. These are things that are tangible. You can't deny the effort, the engineering that went into this car. But at the same time, if indeed you want to give your bank account $1 million hard spanking, you want a car that gives you the pleasure of the V8 with the pain of having to park it, with the pain of having to check blind spots that are as big or even bigger than this car itself, then perhaps, yes, you want the BMW XM, or as I like to call it, the XNM. Thank you for watching. That's all from me today. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Leave a comment or two in the box below. Also, don't forget to follow us on TikTok at Sgcarmart. In the meantime, I'm gonna keep caning the XM. Is it a good time to do the mat like, whoops, wow, the Anji trolley looks newer. I haven't done this in ages, man.
Yeah, you haven't done this in ages.
You can already imagine we are nearing the 3-ton mark. Cars get any heavier, we're gonna need a new class of license.